Hello, welcome to Yogi Talk. I'm Brenda. Wait just a couple of minutes. I know I'm a little earlier than I planned to be. Sometimes I just have to do what my schedule allows. Bring a little Palo Santo. So as you join, maybe grab a journal if you want to write some things down, or grab something to drink or to snack on. I just love this ritual of getting things set up for classes and for talks. I always have my essential oils going in the background. I love to light candles as part of a little ritual getting ready. I love to burn my Palo Santo. I love to have my music playing. And I usually have a cup of tea for my yoga sessions, for my talks, but tonight I have a glass of wine. So cheers. Cheers to all my friends and fellow yogis out there. Right, so I'm switching up on you tonight. This is going to be kind of an impromptu discussion. It's not really what I had planned on talking about. I had planned on talking about living large and to stop putting ourselves in a box and living so small. Like, we limit ourselves so much. We live small. So I was going to talk about that tonight. And usually before a session, I'll take some time during the day or even earlier in the week, and I'll read through some of my notes, and I'll make extra notes and kind of meditate a little bit and prepare myself for the topic. Today, I just couldn't do it. I feel so scattered today in my mind. I tried and I said, okay, maybe that's not the topic. Maybe making ourselves small is not the topic for tonight. I flipped through every book that I have, just trying to get some motivation for the topic, some kind of inspiration, even though when I came up with this topic, I had all kinds of ideas. And then when it came right down to it, I couldn't put anything together. My mind is everywhere, and I'm super low energy today. Super low energy. What that tells me is I need to slow down. When we're low energy, we need to listen to our bodies and take a step back. So that's what I'm doing. And when I was trying to gather my thoughts and calm my monkey mind that was just going everywhere, I couldn't get focused. I'm like, okay, you need to ground yourself. Brenda, you need to ground yourself. You need to do a few exercises, take a few deep breaths, bring yourself back down, and then maybe the thoughts will start coming. And you know what? While I was grounding myself, I realized that's what I need to talk about. because I know I'm not the only one out there feeling scattered and maybe a little anxious and, having some anxiety. And I don't know, it just hits me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm just cool as a cucumber. Nothing's really phasing me, but there are other times that I am scattered. I am scattered. Everything bothers me. Everything worries me. Everything makes me anxious. And for some reason, I was having one of those days today. I can't really tell you why. It was a great morning. Went to church this morning and had a really good experience at church. Came home and I just started feeling anxious, and I just couldn't settle myself down until I did some grounding techniques. So I am going to keep this short tonight because I am feeling low energy and I want to honor that. So we're going to talk a little bit about grounding and what that means. And it's essentially just coming back to earth, coming back to earth, coming back to your body and reconnecting to the earth. And when I say that, of course, that's not in the literal sense, but when you're studying the chakras, the root chakra is the basis that makes us feel grounded and rooted and secure. And if we don't have that sense of security, we're just flighty. Like we're not attached. We're flighty. So you always need to go back to basics and start with the root chakra. But before I get into the root chakra, because I'm not going to do a whole session on that, but I'm just going to go over a few basics and tell you how that all ties in with today. Actually, I say I don't know why I'm low energy and why I feel flighty like this. I did a live earlier today, and I did this on my pharmacy business page, but then I shared it with my yoga page because really I thought it was very appropriate for self-care and for healing and living a yogic life. I thought it was very appropriate to share it with my audience here. And it was about being a self-advocate for your health. And if you feel so inclined, take a look at that video. I shared it. It's maybe 35-45 minutes long, but I'm talking about advocating for your health when you know something is not right. And I won't go into the whole thing. You can watch the story if you'd like to. But in a nutshell, my story is one that I knew there was something wrong with me for years. I've known there was something wrong, and I suspected it was my thyroid. But I couldn't get a doctor to tell me that it was. Even though we had tests run and the tests were in the normal range, something was still off, and I knew it was. I had most of the symptoms of a low functioning thyroid going on, and I have for years, and they've just been picking up and escalating until I finally went to the right person and had a hair strand analysis done, and we determined that my thyroid is just not functioning and my adrenals are crashed. So it took a lot out of me to put that story together and to share that on live. And honestly, I think that's probably why I just feel a little depleted right now. It was almost like a relief to get the story out there. But that ties right into grounding and the root chakra. Because what we're doing, like what my health practitioner and I are doing to turn things around for my health and to heal my thyroid, we're working through a 4-month detox, starting with the colon and liver, moving up through the lymphatic system, moving up to the organs and tissues, and then attacking at a cellular level to get these toxins out of my body and to bring things like calcium and potassium and magnesium, and to bring these things back in balance to an appropriate ratio so that my body can function the way it's supposed to. Has a lot to do with hormones being in balance, and the correct balance of all of these elements in your body, some of which I just mentioned. So let me read something to you, and then you'll understand how this really ties into the root chakra, and why it's important to come back to that, and it's to come back to grounding. This is really interesting. The chakra channels earth energy upward through the feet and legs to process and stabilize the body. It then moves the energy on up the spine, transmitted into a form that the body recognizes as signals. These signals balance our endocrine system through the release of hormones. When we do not get the full flow of this earth energy, imbalances in our physical body result. Imbalances in our physical body result when we're not getting the appropriate energy we need from the earth that sends signals to our endocrine system to produce hormones. You see how it's all tied together now? So yes, I have these imbalances in my body, and we've recognized it now through this hair strand analysis. We've recognized where the imbalances are, and my health practitioner knows how to correct this. But what I find interesting is that it could be because my chakra system is out of balance, starting with the root chakra. And that makes me feel flighty and anxious and insecure. These are all signs of a root chakra having some blockage. That flow of earth energy is not coming up. And a lot of times you can get this earth energy, like a really quick fix is to go outside in your bare feet and stand on the earth. That's the conduit. That's an instant way to bring earth energy up through your body. Instant. Well, it's like 8 degrees outside. I'm not going outside in my bare feet, and I haven't for several months because we've had quite a cold spell and a lot of snow. And where I am a barefoot girl, like I love to run around barefoot. I'm not doing it in this weather, and I haven't for a while. So I'm not doing some of the things that I normally do to keep my root chakra in check. Plus, I've had a lot of healing to do in my body. So it's crazy how it's just like all coming together. It's all coming together, and I'm realizing what's going on. So grounding or rooting is the main function of the first chakra. The first and second chakras act as the energetic recycling bin of the auric field. They change negative emotional energies into power and light, and return to earth the toxic waste. The other chakras cannot deal with this toxic waste that is in our body. So it's up to our root chakra to take these energetic fields and recycle the toxic waste out of our body, because moving up the spine, our other chakras can't deal with it. So if your root chakra is out of balance and it's not doing what it's supposed to, then this toxicity is coming up through your body, and it's getting into your organs and your tissues and your cells and all the things that I need to detoxify right now. It's crazy. Our bodies are miraculous. They're phenomenal. And when you take the time to have a true understanding of how our bodies function and how we're tied to the universe and to the earth, we can heal ourselves. We can heal ourselves, or we will have the knowledge to know what to do to prevent ourselves from getting into some of these situations. Like the state that my body is in right now, it's set up for disease and illness. So it's critical. It's critical that I get this reversed. So I'm starting with my energy work. I'm starting with the root chakra. I'm going to start right there with the root chakra, and then I'm going to move up. And that's it's a direct correlation to what my health practitioner is doing with detoxifying my body. We're starting with the colon and the liver. That's the root chakra. And then we're moving up to the lymphatic system. Now we're up into the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. Then we're going into the organs and the tissues. So now you're in your heart chakra. That we're just moving up our body until we get to the cellular level. I can't believe I had this epiphany today. I mean, I'm really having it as I'm speaking. It all started with me today thinking, why am I feeling so flighty? Why am I so low energy? Why am I so anxious about this tonight? Why can't I pull it together? So I started doing grounding exercises, which made me think I needed to talk to you about grounding. And as I'm reading about the root chakra and how it removes toxic waste from our bodies, it's like deja vu. This is exactly what I said in my live earlier when I was talking about detoxing my body to heal my thyroid and my adrenal glands. These endocrine glands are all tied to chakras. And it's just like my health practitioner saying, you can't just go right in at the cellular level and expect to release and heal and cleanse and detox at that level on the same wave. Like I can't go right to my throat chakra, which is tied to my thyroid. And I'm telling you, my thyroid, oh my gosh, my throat chakra has been blocked for so long. It's been blocked for so long, probably for the same amount of time that I've known that I've had thyroid problems, but I had no medical evidence of it. I just knew it because I know my body. Well, the throat chakra and the thyroid directly related. So just like we can't go right in and heal ourselves at a cellular level, we have to clear the way. You have to clear the way by starting with the colon and the liver and the lymphatic system and the organs and the tissues. Same with the chakras. You have to clear the way, starting with the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. You have to clear the way. Woo! I'm suddenly getting more energy, just thinking about this and realizing this as I speak about it. It's pretty amazing. It's really amazing. I started out talking earlier today about advocating for your health, and it's so true. You need to advocate when you know there's something wrong in your body. And you can't get your medical doctor to acknowledge it. Don't stop. Don't stop there. Keep going until you find someone to listen to you. Believe in yourself. Believe in your intuition. Believe in your gut feeling. Because you know. And it's funny, like I was teaching chakra workshops over the summer, doing some crystal work. And I have always known that my throat chakra is like blocked. And at the time, I didn't even think to myself, yeah, and you also think you're having thyroid problems. Why didn't I put that together? So if the root chakra is disassociated from earth, we cannot expel these waste emotions. So I can do this detox that my health practitioner put me on. I can do this detox. I can take all the supplements and go through the motion and change my diet and do everything I'm supposed to do to heal myself. But if I don't get connected from the root chakra back to the earth and get that energy flowing and that auric field generating energy that's going to recycle the negative, toxic emotions and waste from my body, I have a feeling this 4-month detox won't work. So I need to work in tandem, in synergy with what I'm doing with my health practitioner. Isn't that pretty cool? So, you know, since I said I can't go outside, I can drink red wine. Like red is the color. Red is the color for the root chakra. So when you're trying to heal your root chakra, surround yourself with the color red. Either wear red. Look, I was drawn to red lipstick today. I just had to have this red lipstick on today, and I'm drinking red wine. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Just listen to the things that your body gravitates to. If it's the color red, if all of a sudden, you know, you're picking up a pair of red gloves that maybe you hadn't noticed before, or you decide last minute to wear something red, you feel like eating a red apple, strawberries. If you're craving certain foods or being drawn to certain colors or scents, like very earthy scents like frankincense, cedarwood, sandalwood, it's your body trying to tell you that you need to heal the root chakra. I mentioned grounding, you know, physically grounding, like walking outside with your bare feet in the earth. And I know I can't do that right now. But there are certain yoga poses that I can do to work on my root chakra. There are mantras. I mentioned scents and foods. There's certain music that you can play, drinking red teas, red fruits. And I like this mantra. And I could do a whole hour on the root chakra. In fact, I've done it before. And it's a series that I'm going to pick up again at some point. But I love this mantra. If you're working on a meditation practice and you don't really know where to start, I mean, meditation can be as simple as quiet. Feel at peace, close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. You're meditating. It's really that simple. There's no magic trick to it. But some people enjoy meditation more if they have a mantra, which is simply a word or a series of words that mean something to you that you repeat. Om Shanti. is one that is very popular that I've used before. Shanti means peace. Om is very similar to amen. That's why it's Om, Amen, Om, Shanti. That's a popular one. But this is a particular mantra that is good for the root chakra. This body is a good body. This body is worthy of my love. This body is a good body. This body is worthy of my love. If you just close your eyes and repeat that, or any affirmation that makes you feel good. One word, a sound, a sentence, music, if it's a certain song that you like, and you just want to sit back with your eyes closed and breathe as you listen to the words of a song. Music is very powerful and healing. That can be your meditation practice. There's so many things you can do. Wow, wasn't that cool? I mean, that's not what I was going to talk about at all. I was just going to give, in fact, I was going to go through the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique, which I'm still going to talk about. That's all I was going to do tonight because I was just feeling so low energy, and I just couldn't find my voice. Which, you know what? If I can't find my voice, that's another sign that my throat chakra is out of balance, which is connected to my thyroid. But I can't clear that throat chakra unless I start from the root, start from the bottom. I had to get my Palo Santo going again. Sometimes it's hard to get this burning, so you want to really let the wood burn for about a minute. This is very meditative too. I just look into the flame. Just let that burn out. You can do this with a candle. You can light a candle and just sit in a dark room and watch the flame. And then the scent. Palo Santo is very grounding. Very, very grounding. My favorites. I like it better than sage. So yeah, I was going to talk about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique, and as I started speaking, and as I started speaking out loud and saying what was going on with my body, it all started making sense to me, and I just couldn't stop. I am going to talk about the grounding technique though, because it's simple. It's something anyone can do, and it works. It really works. So this is something, I'll walk you through this. You can write this down if you want to, or you may remember it, or maybe you're experienced with this. This isn't anything new. I certainly didn't make this up. I think psychologists use this a lot for people who have anxiety, panic attacks. If you're ever feeling that antsy, anxious, panicky, and you need an instant method to ground yourself, well, the quickest thing you can do is take a big inhale, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then slowly exhale. Stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system instantly, and you'll feel an instant sense of calm. That's the quickest thing you can do. But if you have some time, this is what I invite you to do. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5. look around the room you're sitting in and list 5 things you can see. And really pay attention to what you're seeing. Don't just go, oh, there's a dog, there's a chair, there's a light. But really pay attention to what you see and appreciate what you're seeing. I see my reflection in the camera. I see a smile on my face on the reflection in the camera. I see this beautiful candle in front of me. It's glowing bright. I see a speaker behind my camera. It's blue. It's giving me beautiful music. It makes me feel good. I see my glass of wine. The beautiful rich red color. It's 4. And I see the light behind me. A bright light to give me a little bit of glow for my video. 5 things that I can see. 4 things that I can touch. Okay, I'm holding a notebook so I can touch this notebook. I feel the paper. It feels smooth. I can touch my wine glass. It feels cold. The glass feels cool against my fingertips. I can touch the candle. I'm using all the same things, but I can touch the candle. I can feel that it's made of wax. And I can feel the warmth right through there where the fire is burning. I can feel the warmth of the candle. I can touch this bench that's in front of me that's made of wood. I can feel the grains of the wood. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 things that I could touch. So when you recognize the things you can touch, really appreciate, like, what does it feel like? Does it stir up any emotions in you when you feel the different textures or warmth or coolness? 3 things you can hear. I can hear the music playing instantly, and it makes me smile. Music makes me smile. It just settles me down. I can hear my voice. I can hear my bracelets. That was 3 things. I've done this lying in bed before in a quiet room, and I've tried to come up with 5 things I can hear and 5 things I can see and 5 things I can hear. When you're in a quiet room, it's hard to come up with 5. You would think that it's hard to come up with 5 things you can hear, but you would be amazed at what you pick up on when there's no other noise in the background. You'll hear your breath. You might hear the little crinkle of your pillow. You might hear a ceiling fan, a furnace kicking on, a cat. The cat is scratching the rug behind me. You would be amazed at what we pick up, what sounds we pick up when everything else is quiet. 2 things you can smell. Well, number 1, I can smell Palo Santo. And I can smell the wine. 2 things I can smell. 1 thing I can taste. Well, that's easy because I'm sipping on wine, so I can taste the wine. Now, if you're not eating or drinking anything, maybe you taste toothpaste. Maybe you taste the last thing you ate. If you have something in front of you that you can take a bite of or take a drink of, then that's something you can taste. And what did this do? What did this exercise do? Well, when you're thinking about things that you can see and touch and hear and taste, you can't think about anything else. Like, you can't let the outside distractions get in, and it settles you down and you become still, and it grounds you. It settles your anxiety and your uneasiness and your panic attack. And when you're still with yourself, you're able to notice, excuse me, you're able to notice what your body and your mind want in that moment. You become more in tune with what your body needs, what you're feeling. Do you have an ache and a pain? Are you like me when I was able to notice the swelling? Excuse me, wow. The swelling in my throat? That was one of the signals that I had thyroid issues. You just have to be still. You have to be still. So this is just one technique. And once you're still with yourself, I probably need water. Once you're still with yourself and you're able to recognize the signals and the signs, you're also better able to communicate. Excuse me. You're my throat is not going to let me continue. I'm so sorry. We're going to call it a night.